Now we're just going to be continuing with our demonstration game. It's now the red player's turn, and the red player's drawn a light green card. So let's see where the red player can go. Red player can go here, here, and there. They're also going to use their uh, tower card to go here. That gets them on the bottom left sector because this game includes the farmer's card, as you can see. Um, and the farmer's card requires you to each player to try and get an equal number of settlements on every single sector, and to make sure that not one sector has a very low number of settlements, because they'll be because if that's the case, the player is going to end up getting 3 points multiplied by the number of their settlements in their sector with the lowest number of settlements. So you don't want to have any sector having a low number of settlements. So that's why it was important for the red player to get on the bottom left sector, and then eventually into the bottom right sector, because um, they have no settlements in that bottom right sector either. And then finally, the red player is going to use their paddock power to jump that um, red red color settlement over here so that it's touching the castle, and that gets them 3 more points in the game. Okay, that's the red player's turn. It's back to the green player, who has drawn a um, yellow desert tile. The red player is going to use, sorry, the green player is going to use the paddock to move this over here, jump it from the edge to over there. The reason they did that is because now they can use the tower tile to place place one of their settlements anywhere on the edge of the board. As you can see, the entire edge has been highlighted, so you can see all the different places that the green player can place their settlement. If this green settlement, for example, was still here touching the edge where it was before we jumped it, well, then the green player wouldn't have the options of all these other um, hexes that they could place their settlements on. They would have to place either here or here, since the um, green settlement was there. Actually, let me just demonstrate that by restarting the turn. So I'll undo the jump that I made. If the green player wants to place a settlement using their tower tile, the only place they can place it, as you can see by the two highlighted tiles, are either here or here. So it makes sense for the green player to first get this green settlement away from the edge by jumping it using the paddock tile, and then they can put it somewhere better. And they're going to go to the bottom left sector as well. And then they're going to place a second settlement using the tower tile, and that's got to go there because that's the only place they could place it, because it would have to be placed next to that existing settlement. And that's the green player's turn. It's back to the red player, and the red player has drawn a dark green um, terrain card, which means that they can only place in the top right sector near their existing red settlements. But what they're going to do is they can use their tower tile again to go here and then use their paddock tile to jump that so they're no longer touching an edge. And then they're going to go here so that they're touching the castle, and then here and here so they can touch that oasis tile in the bottom right sector and grab themselves an additional location tile, which is basically an additional superpower. And that is the end of the red player's turn. Back to the green player. The green player has drawn a light green card, and first thing they're going to do is they're going to use the paddock to jump this over here. That gets them an additional or the final paddock tile from this location hex, and then they're going to use the tower tile to get here. And they have one final tower tile that they can use, but they're not going to use it this time. They're just going to skip that, and it's back to the red player. And the red player has drawn a pink flowers terrain, and they're going to first use a tower tile to go here. They're going to jump it using the paddock tile by going there, and then using their oasis tile, which allows them to place on any desert hex, and they're going to place it right there so they can get a second oasis tile from that bottom oasis location hex. They now have to place their mandatory three. Actually, no, they're going to use another. They're going to use the hmm, and there's their three mandatory hexes, and that's the end of the red player's turn. It's back to the green player. The green player's drawn a dark green hex. First thing they're going to do is jump this settlement so that it touches the castle to get them 3 more points. Now they currently have um, no settlements on the edge, so they can use the tower tile to go here, and then they're going to jump that over here to touch that castle to get 3 more points, and that's the green player's turn. So I hope you get an idea of how the gameplay of this game takes place. You're basically just placing your 3 mandatory settlements based on the terrain card type that you drew, and then before or after placing those 3 mandatory settlements, you can optionally use or not use any of the location tiles, special powers tiles that you have picked up in previous rounds. It's now the red player's turn, and the red player is going to um, just add more um, settlement tiles to these sectors, which he doesn't have a lot of settlements in, which is right now the two bottom sectors. I'm going, and we're going to jump this settlement over here. Hopefully, we can try and get a second paddock tile from the one on the top of the top right sector, and that is the red player's turn. It's back to the green player. Red player's only got 15 settlements left, so the game should be ending in about 3 or 4 more rounds. So we're almost close to the end of the game. The green player has drawn the pink flower tiles. We're now going to go and get a desert location tile. It's always good to have a lot of. It's better to have more location tiles than less, because it's basically, you have more. It's better to have more special powers than less special powers. Uh, and and I'm going to jump that green settlement so that it's touching this castle for an extra 3 points. It's back to the red player. The red player has drawn a brown canyon card. If so, the red player is trying to get an equal number of settlements in each of their 4 sectors to try and maximize their farmers' uh, point cards. And the red player is going to jump this settlement up here so that he gets the final paddock tile that gives him the ability to jump more, which is always a powerful move in this game. Back to the green player, and the green player green player's drawn a yellow desert tile. And they've got the least amount of settlements in their bottom left sector, so I'm going to fill that up. And then The red player is getting pretty close to ending the game. I think this might be the second last turn for the red player. Oh, and the red player is gonna put some more settlements in the top left sector because I think they're lagging behind, and one more in the bottom right. So let's just do a quick count for the red player. The red player's got 8 settlements in their top left sector, 12 in their top right, 9 in their bottom left, and 8 in their bottom right. So the top left and bottom right currently have the least number of players. So let's jump one from here, here. So now red has 8 in the top left and 9 in the bottom left. So the sector with the lowest number of settlements for the red player is currently 8, which means they're going to get at least 8 multiplied by 3, 24 points from the farmer's card. It's back to the green player, and they've drawn a brown canyon terrain type. The green player has the least number of settlements in the bottom left sector, so we have to try and fill that up a little bit. Um, and the green player is down to 2 settlements. And that's the green player's turn. The red player's got 3 settlements left. He has to place 3 settlements on every move. So this is definitely going to be red's last turn of the game. But since red was the starting player, green gets to go again, so that green and red will have had the same number of moves in the game. And so it's now red's turn. I just have to place. I will jump the red here. And red's going to place on the light green in the bottom left sector. And with that, that is red's final move because they are out of settlements. And that is red's turn. And the game's over for red. Green's got the last move, and he's got 2 more settlements to place. And and green is now out of um, settlements as well. So that's the end of the game for green. All that's remaining is the scoring, which is going to happen right now. So the red player got 10 points for knights, and the green player got 12 points for knights because they've got 6 settlements in that row. The red player got 42 points for lords. So did the green player. They're tied there. The red player got 30 points for farmers, and the green player got 27 points for farmers. Let's see how many castles everyone's touching. The red player is touching 3 castles, which is 9 points, 3 points per castle, and so is the green player. So the final score is very close game. The red player had 91 points, and the green player had 90. So the red player won by literally the narrowest of margins, 1 point. Can't get any closer than that. Let's just take a look at the game and sort of analyze what happened. Okay, the green player ended up getting nine settlements in their bottom right um, sector right here, and I believe they have 10 or more in all of the other sectors. If you count, you'll notice that. And so the sector with the lowest number of green settlements is a 9, and so 9 times 3, 27. That's why the green player ended up getting 27 points from the farmer's card, and but the red player, if you count all of their settlements, has at least 10 in each of the 4 settlements, and so the lowest number of settlements they have in any sector is 10. So 10 times 3, they got 30 points. So that's why they got 3 more points than the green player for the farmer's card. For the lord's card, I think um, every um, player got 42 points, so they were either first or second in each of the 4 sectors. And if you're first, you get 12 points, and if you're second, you get 6 points, and ties are friendly. And finally, for the knights, if you look at this row right here, red's got 5 settlements on that row, and that's the most settlements that red has on any row. So 5 multiplied by 2 for the knights card got the red player 10 points for the knights card. And if you look at this row, that the green player's on, the green player's got 6 settlements on this row. And so 6 multiplied by 2 got them 12 points for the Knights cards. And I believe each player is touching 3 castles, which is why they got 3 times 3, 9 points each for castles. And that is the game. That is Kingdom Builder. Very simple game, but the replayability is amazing. If you play this game more than once, you'll realize that since you're picking different sectors for each game randomly, and also you're picking 3 random end of game kingdom builder cards, um, the permutations created by those choices make the replayability literally infinite. I've played this game many times, and um, it's never the same game twice. I can't stress that enough. So that's one of the wonderful things about this game, the replayability. Um, there you go. Hope you enjoyed learning the game. Feel free to watch the video again if you didn't catch everything the first time. It's rare that anyone does. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. We have more um, how to play board games videos coming up, as well as other board game related content. Um, and that's about it from us for now. Until next time, happy gaming, and we'll see you soon. Bye.